this thing working? Is this thing working? Yeah, it's on. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Nice to see everybody showing up. Boom. Who in here already used the wallet and bought something? Type something in the chat if you already have the TWM wallet. Yeah, exactly. More inventory. Congrats on the teacups. Nice. A lot of people have it. Schaefer, what products you'd like to see? Holy Crusher. What you should do, you should get you should extract the keys from the old wallet and pop them into the TWM V1 wallet. There's a small glitch in the V1 wallet where if you restore from keys, the password won't be saved. So you'll need to you could just log in without a password actually. So sorry about that. Next version, it's already fixed for the next version. Nice. Schaefer, that sounds good. Computer hardware, exactly. So if you guys are following around in the forum, I saw recently someone got a miner put together, but they were very vocal about it in the forum. Really happy to see that. Probably one of the coolest things to see. He posted he had some issues, but you know it's not really big problems. It's just how to say, you know, it's just a personal issue. Yeah, And so that's the awesome part. Like we have a partner who has thousands and thousands of products and access to products, and all we're working on right now is the user interface for them to be able to pop their products in very easily. And that's the same exact interface that we'll provide to everyone to use. And we're basically, let's say, we're using them as a guinea pig to we're using them as a guinea pig to build that perfect system for them for their sales. Hey Henry, I don't mind any coins except for SFX. Yo yo, yeah, the real Zaza. Congrats on getting your miner up and running. Hey, Holy Cruncher, how's that working out? Pretty awesome, right? Yeah, new hires. So we have a bunch of applicants so far, and we're pretty much just reviewing people's applications, and we have some good prospects, and hopefully we'll get some offers in the next week or so. Yeah, thanks for asking. So we do have a few people contributing money to our fundraising. We have a few open dialogues with some big venture capital firms. So while we have some accomplished, we're still open and seeking out to close some more deals. And if anyone else in the world is interested in investing in the future of e-commerce, please send them our information. Yeah. Basically, if you know of someone who wants in, send them here. There's still some open spots. Basically, the way the fundraising is basically working is we're just looking to get people involved at this stage, show them what we can do, and take SafeX to levels that have never been seen before. Nice one, David. Yeah. Rotter Gabber. So I think you got it in reverse. The big ticket item would be the Rolex. The small ticket item, like baby diapers and formula. Um, so yeah, we have, like I said, we have a huge partner who is kind of like our guinea pig. Um, they have thousands and thousands of products um, that when we first started talking, and I just typed in a very esoteric item, and boom, they had that item in stock. So yeah, no fear. We have the ace card for what kind of products, and that's basically this seller is super reliable, tens of thousands of products in their inventory, fully in stock and constantly restocking. So if we do good by such a seller, we'll do really good by everyone else. Hey, Richard, no sweat. We'll keep pushing. Um, I think what we're building is super important. Um, I think what we're building is so disruptive, and it's time to get the word out about it. Hope I'm coming in loud and clear. If not, let me know. Hey, so yeah, SafeMoon has a really strong leadership team, and they recently announced their SafeMoon exchange. So, sorry, their SafeMoon blockchain. So, I'm really keen to see them evolve and see where the SafeMoon blockchain goes from here, and I hope that there would be some kind of bridge on the SafeMoon blockchain for the SafeX in the future. That's basically what I'm hoping for to see. The next version of TWM is underway. Um, we have like 30 issues to sort through there, and we're a little bit more than halfway through. Fernando, what distribution channel do you mean? Fernando, can you elaborate better? Distribution strategy of what? All right, just gonna skip to the next question. Kurtz, yeah, the Safex Ninja, they had some bug there. Yeah, they counted the product twice. I don't know what happened there. And also, yeah, there was two different cells. Just the Safex Ninja reported incorrectly. That's about it. And hey, Gallicone, for big suppliers, yeah, exactly. So there's a whole bunch of little tools that are needed for huge suppliers, and basically there's no guessing on our side. We just organized all the tasks that are needed to bring in these huge sellers, and basically in 3 clicks you could have a whole inventory already set up. So that's the tools where when Aaron came on board and he showed me all of his interfaces, what he's been using, that's when I realized like what I built already is a perfect prototype, let's say a proof of concept, to actually use the blockchain to sell products, but it's more like for a garage sale. And if you're managing orders and stuff like that, there's not enough automation in the wallet that I already built. So I thought, am I going to invest all my effort and energy into coding more, or instead, what I did is I put all my energy and effort into putting together an organization where we can hire, we could scale up, and we can get this done really strong and keep going after that. If I just built out a wallet where we could sell a little bit stronger immediately, then we wouldn't have the facility to just to start hiring, to raise funding later, to do all those things. We'd have to do it, after the fact. So better to do it sooner than to just, code more, build something that then would be just stuck on my own shoulders, and then, yeah, basically, that's where we're at. So yes, lots of tools, imports, inventory management, order management, stuff like that. Yo, dope, go crazy. Let's get listed. Yeah, wrapped SFX. I think in by V2 of TWM we should launch wrapped SFX. You know what I mean? No need no need to rush everything all at once. I think a good timing would be when you got the version 2 wallet. Like right now, so I launched the version 1 TWM before we had the World Marketplace company all set up perfectly. And for example, like when you download the software, it comes from an unknown publisher and stuff like that. Time to fix all those things. And now that we're all set up with the company, also I can also put signing certificates and stuff like that, and it'll be just a way better experience going forward. And then we can launch the wrapped SFX. Yeah, crypto bulls, some awesome promoters in crypto. They got their head on straight, and they're promoting. They were one of the biggest promoting groups in SafeMoon, and they're just huge crypto enthusiasts. So happy to be supportive. Hamburger, yeah, we're gonna publish this live, so you can watch this anytime you want. Hey Schaefer, yeah, the whole blockchain is finished. Like, if you had a software development company and you saw the vision, you could have built everything I built already, and gone beyond. So the only thing is that, hey, we're pioneers here, so we got this. See what I mean? Like, we already have a marketplace. Just a bunch of little softwares is all it's going to take to really make it. Henry, I'm most excited to see. I'm most excited to see that there will be people from all over the world publishing products that we can buy, and I'm curious to see what kind of stuff people will bring to the market. That's why I built this to share culture, to see what's out there in the world. Yeah, Fernando. So think about it like this. Right now in SFX, there's under 1,000 people who put $1 into the SFX through mining or through buying from the exchange. So the moment we have products that are out there, then every time someone wants to buy one, the likelihood that they need to buy SFX is super high, because it's not being purchased for speculation, obviously, because almost nobody has bought it. Only people who researched and understand the difference between this new proof of work coin and some coin that can be minted out of thin air and then distributed and has whatever. So the point is that for every purchase that you have on SafeX Market means that likely there was an SFX purchase as well. So there's liquidity going into the purchasing markets, and then there's that coin going into buying the product, right? And so and the sellers, most sellers don't depend on one channel to sell their products. So people will list products, and if they sell it, they're happy. You see what I mean? So that's kind of like the whole point. So getting products on board and reliably delivered and reliably managed is one set of the problem. And then when people find those products, and they're going to be cheaper than anywhere else in the world. So if you learn and take the effort and realize cryptocurrency changes the world, you'll buy products from SafeX and nowhere else from now on and forever. You see what I mean? So you'll have to go buy those SFX. So you add to the pricing on the capital markets, and then you'll bring your SFX over and buy the product, and then that money would have been sloshing around in the markets already. So from that point forward, just advertising of products, and you'll have thousands of big sellers who will advertise their products. Yeah, so Ruben, the seller is based in America, and we have partnerships with distribution, and we're able to. Right now, we have 4 distributors locations in the United States, and we could easily change that from America to Europe. So we'll start piloting in America, and we could so fast onboard someone in Europe. We just want to get that system done, and the system for selling thousands of products and managing thousands of orders at a time. Hey Henry, huge partnership announcement. Look out for it. Stay tuned. It had nothing to do with the previous thing I mentioned. With that's something else, but we're working on something really massive, and just to dial it in, and you should hear from it very soon, any day now. Hey David, so yeah, Bitrue, they listed SFX, and they had some bug on their platform, so they needed to correct some bug on their platform. So they listed a couple other coins that same day, and but those coins experienced that bug. So they just said, "Hey, um, we're gonna launch SFX the next day after we fix this issue." Yeah. Hey, Mate, the big seller is from the United States. Hey, Francis, not very long. Like, we have specification completed on our side. We know exactly what we want developers to be building, and the fact that this seller is, a part of our group, and they understand, that there might be bugs or something, but nonetheless, like knowing exactly what we want to build, in a couple months, we'd be online and selling in full force. Yeah, Curse. I wish I was already doing those unboxing videos, but there's so much work to be done that it's like I'm 24/7, preoccupied with getting things set up and moving ahead, with getting all this software put together, getting the word out, getting these companies set up, all these agreements within the companies. It's a lot of work. Yeah, new exchanges is like, it's a tough question. I mean, we're not in the RC20, we're not a BEP20, so why not just support the exchanges we already have? If you can make an account on Excalibur, go there and trade it. Get the word out. Getting to new exchanges is expensive, and me personally, I have to balance building the thing or paying for exchanges. I can't even tell you how expensive it was already for an exchange like Bitrue. Very nice exchange. Lots of people are able to get onto it. It's like people keep asking. This question is really annoying, and I hear it from the same people over and over again. When exchanges? When exchanges? Like if you don't get it, kind of why don't you stop asking or ask someone else and form a group, form a committee out there and figure it out how to get on the exchanges. I mean, it's obvious that it's going to cost you many tens of thousands of dollars. It's going to take you effort from the software engineering side to explain it to these people how to integrate. And there's only so many of these different activities I can do. And right now, I focused on getting SafeX Cash, which is the currency that you need to buy stuff from the marketplace. We already have Excalibur, a fabulous exchange that works every time, all the time. No one's ever lost a dime there, and no one will lose a dime there. You got Bitrue just opened for SafeX Cash. BW, they need to fix their stuff, but we're in contact. And P2P, B2B, so that's already a nice start. So realize it's a privacy coin. It's not the same like ERC20, a BEP20. Okay, so just realize that we're not just fly by night, and we're not some really simple, easy click of a button integration. So, and if you don't get that, then years have gone by, and getting on exchanges for a coin like this is hard. So if you don't get it by now, probably better to just stop asking because it's really annoying. We're doing everything we can. Yeah, SafeMoon is a very liquid, big coin, so why not accept SafeMoon as a payment method for investment? Hey Ruben, did speak with BitFi like a year or two ago. Not really sure where they're at these days. Haven't had a follow up with BitFi in a while. Would be cool to reach out, um, but yeah, I think when we talked with BitFi, we were, we still weren't ready with the whole marketplace until recently. Yeah, Jay, nice question. To get a blockchain, so the marketplace application is super novel. We spent literally maybe 14 months. It was practically 14 months before we were live. You know, so 14 months of straight development of the blockchain for the marketplace application, and we had maybe 20, 30 people who on a regular basis were testing this every single iteration. We went through more than a bunch of dozens of test iterations to get the blockchain done and in a way where it works now. So there's super complex difficulties with there are difficulties, there are challenges that software, you could solve things in software. You just have to build and test and build and test and figure out what are the cases that could cause you problems, and then you build code around them to protect the situation and make sure things finish the way that they ought to be. So for example, like there was a supposed glitch today, but it wasn't a glitch from the blockchain, just from a third party on top of that, where um, people thought that the same product got bought twice, but there are protections there so that the same product can't be bought twice. You see what I mean? So it's things like that that you have to just go through all the kind of situations that could occur, and you got to protect the blockchain from that. Transaction per second. So the Safex blockchain, it's not like Bitcoin. The more people use it, the bigger the capacity becomes. So if more people are using the blockchain, then that means it's getting successful. And if it's successful, then we can afford to buy bigger machines to support the blockchain network. You see what I mean? So in the Safex blockchain, when more people use it, the block size, you know how like Bitcoin is about 1 megabyte block size limit, and then it fills up and it stays full. In Safex, if it gets full, it starts expanding the bucket in which you can put transactions. Yeah, future changes. I'd love to see an auction system in the blockchain. I'd love to see a few other things. Yeah, it's not over yet, But for now, I'm super happy with the version 1 of the marketplace, and it's fabulous piece of software that you can implant products that you want to that you want to that you want to buy, that you want to sell, and have people around the world reach. So Henry, David, thank you for being here. Henry, anyone can sell on the marketplace. That's true. Small business, mom and pop, you could put your garage sale on the marketplace. Yeah. So Fernando, you just gotta wait and see, for the second part of your question. But in the first place, like, the blockchain has its fee 5%, but Amazon's fee is 15%. So go figure. And you just gotta wait and see if we pretty much got it. You know what I mean? We pretty much. I mean, I'm not bluffing here. We really have it. You'll see. I mean, just bet on it. Just gamble here. If you think it's a long shot, how can we compete with someone like Amazon? Well, all in from my side, all in. It's like the cards are there, and I'm just like, and then over there on the other side, you're sitting there saying, you're like, my cards. he's not going to beat Amazon. And then I'm over here, I'm like, is that what you're thinking? I'm reading your mind. All in. That's what I did. Hey Schaefer, yeah, I mean, we've been doing we've been living smartly. That's how. Yeah, maybe, yeah, we've been living smartly. We've been working hard, working smart. Hey, the real Zaza. So when you stake Safex tokens, you every time there's a sale on the blockchain, that's when you get a percent, not from ordinary transactions. Hey, Breathe Man, exactly. Good reminder. DigiFinex, they're standing by. We could launch over there any minute, any day now. Hey, Gallicone. So on Excalibra, we will put the ERC20 and BEP20s. There were numerous upgrades internally over there, and for example, wrapped SFX is going to need an exchange, and guess where it's going to be at? It's excalibra.com. Coins have to have an X on it. That's a currency. XRP, SFX. Yeah, amen to that. Hey Ruben, so Hashbringer, we built the version 1, and we built the whole version. I mean, we built the whole ATM machine and all the software to go with it, and we demonstrated it live. But the thing is, like, when I was looking at the business of ATMs, considering all these other, Excalibra, SafeX development, um, these are all already pretty big businesses. Hashbringer, the ATM business, think about it. We deploy those machines, and now you got to collect cash. There's so much involved with doing an ATM machine that it's like, I just didn't want to keep going at the moment. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I have all the experience, whole blueprint, a whole finished cash machine for crypto. But if I continue focusing on it, there's so many issues that you need to deal with when you deal with an ATM machine, let alone manufacturing the cabinets, sourcing the parts, installing the software, putting them out there. They're going to get stolen, they're going to get destroyed, robbed, etc. You got cash flowing through there. It's a huge, huge, huge undertaking. So I kind of just wanted to put it aside and just focus on getting SafeX done and making Excalibra much more robust, pretty much. So yeah, Hashbringer. I don't know. Let's see later. So the hash rate on SafeX blockchain is really cool. It's actually, you got a lot of uptake of mining on SafeX. But what I would like to see is many more smaller, at home people mining. Right now, almost half of the hash rate comes from, one source, some mining farm out in China. So it'd be really, really nice if people, people would realize that, there's a huge opportunity right now for us to be mining from home, rather than just simply buying coins. Like, think about it. If you buy the mining hardware, that computer you can then use as your own home computer. So why not go buy the equipment and plug it in, and mine it in the evenings, or mine it when you're not using it. And then you could sell those coins or hold those coins or use them on the marketplace. And it's a huge it's a huge opportunity. You'll end up with virtually a free computer in several months. See what I mean? So I really urge everyone to go out there, follow the tutorial. Here, let me just post you the tutorial. Just like, I mean, you gotta be mining SafeX. I mean, this is what cryptocurrency was founded on. I really can't believe that that people ignore this. Like, I just can't believe it. So Richard, that's the thing. The SafeX blockchain is wide open, right? Anybody can use it however they want to, however they think that they want to, right? And then there's the TWM side of it, where we're trying to build kind of like a walled garden that is a nice garden, right? You know, with a like more assuredly nice garden. So we will screen things that come on through the World Marketplace channel. You see what I mean? So no, I think in about four in 3 or 4 weeks will be the version 2 of the TWM, hopefully sooner, and then we'll start releasing that because there's nearly 400 people who signed up who want to be merchants, you know, on the SafeX Market website. So I think that those will, you know, among the first merchants will be people who signed up over there. Realize this is a really early adoption phase, and you know problems could occur, and this is why we don't want to rush into things. And problems like, you know, people like, I'll give you an example. Out of 90 products, around 10 of those products we shipped United States Postal Service International, and it never made it to its destination, but it also never came back to us. It's lost in some sorting facility somewhere, and there's no one to call, and there's no way to get it back. So, you know, that's a huge bummer. I mean, and it's not satisfying to for that to occur. And you know, it's not something we did on purpose, you know, but you know, things happen, and obviously we're remedying this situation for those people, but obviously we want to maintain our reputation. So imagine the first sellers were, you know, not successful for whatever reasons, you know, not related to us, would, you know, tarnish, you know, the SafeX platform, and people would be scared to use it. So we discovered what an amazing piece of software we have. You show up, you click 2 buttons, and the thing is bought. The person got the money, and you got the shipping info, and it's coming, right? But then if you but then we realized, like, that's so powerful, so we want it to be done right. So let's better get user retention and stuff like that. So a few weeks and we'll be good. Yeah, auctioning will be so cool. Yeah. Yeah, also mobile is like the most is like at the like TWM V2, mobile is a little bit above TWM V2 in my world. So really hoping really looking forward to that release of the mobile wallet. Makers at the moment, you know, nothing product wise at the moment. Hey Jay, so Papa didn't develop the SafeX blockchain in any way, but he was present on the day that we launched. So that was really awesome, and I got to show him everything inside, how it's going. And in the past, we've been, you know, he's been in the crypto space for Papa's been in the crypto space for, you know, really long time, and so have I. I've been in the game since 2013. I'm pretty sure Papa's been around nearly that long as well, maybe even longer. And the point is, though, that you know, we've seen ideologies on the internet that you know, we've seen eye to eye on. So it's pretty amazing to get to know him and to kind of grow a friendship, or you know, around this space. Hey Robin, so easily buy and sell SFX directly to or from your bank account in the wallet. So absolutely, I support that idea. It's not impossible, but it's definitely something important. And the best would be is if you could buy it with a credit card or debit card directly to your wallet, and that's something that we can facilitate because of our relationship with Simplex. Hey, Rent-A-Plan, haven't heard of anyone developing anything robustly on the SafeX blockchain, but there are some community developers. For example, SafeX Ninja. There's a Heroku app out there that's scanning the past. The main thing is, though, it's to make something good, you can't just do it as a hobby. You kind of got to put your full force into it. So until I see until kind of like we either we deploy the capital to the community, or we see some big company with good smart people working in it full time. I don't think we're going to see much more than the TWM side of things. Yeah, I've been building blockchain crypto stuff for years. A lot of good successful developments. Hey, Gallicone. So yeah, right now it's closing out this funding round for SafeX Market, and closing out the funding round, and just picking smart people from this whole pile of applicants. That's what we have right now ahead of us. And so that's from the technical side, and then the marketing side. That's like a huge challenge. Like, how do we get the word out? What do we do to get people excited about this future? Because it's very easy to be excited about all jumping through different ERC20s and BEP20s out there, and the Solanas and the Harmonies and stuff like that. But what happened to cryptocurrency as a new paradigm in the world? What happened to that narrative? I really can't believe the direction that the world has gone. I really expected a whole different outcome by now, where people knew the difference between a privacy coin and non-privacy coin, and understood that privacy coins is about private property, and it's not about violating laws. It's about just living as a normal human being, and having your rights preserved. Because whenever you use these transparent blockchains out there, every single thing you do, like imagine you bought a whole bunch of NFTs, and then you went and bought your coffee with your Ethereum. Like the person selling you the coffee for $5 can now see your whole life's history of all the NFTs you bought, and every trade you've done. It's unbelievable. It's literally unbelievable that that people don't see this. And okay, SafeX is still needs way more development to become as usable as some of these other cryptos have become. But those cryptos, like, people are blindly supporting all those cryptos, not realizing the consequences of their actions. You can keep investing in those transparent blockchains, those ERCs, but you don't see what you're doing for the future of crypto. So like, I really hope people would open their eyes, they'd wake up and realize, like, okay, yeah, we built a marketplace, we have some desktop application, soon we'll have a mobile wallet. But imagine if all that energy, all that effort wasn't being dumped into this this police state of blockchains out there, and was actually coming to us. Imagine the world that we could build over here, that protects people's sovereignty, that protects people's assets and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, so how much SFX could you mine with one rig? It depends on the day, but from that tutorial, I think around 100 a day are produced, something like that. If anybody who is mining on one rig could give us a view. Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks for V2. Fingers crossed. Like, I hope so. Could be sooner, but sometimes get wound up in administrative stuff. But I don't expect more than 3 weeks or 4 weeks for the V2. Hey Dan, let the world know about SafeX. It's time. Hey Francis, so automated withdrawals, that's that's an Excalibur question, but basically manual withdrawals are safer. There is a plan for automated withdrawals, but realize the exchange is small. The bigger exchanges, they have huge reserves of crypto from that they only take a tiny portion, the rest stays in cold storage. Excalibur is a pretty small exchange, so moving from cold storage to the automated withdrawal would be like a constant activity. So it's really something for later down the road. And I think as we release a more like SFX automated withdrawals have to happen, because people are going to want to come buy their SFX and then withdraw it. So automated withdrawals is something that we've already coded. It's just not in use, and it's not something that. But SFX automated withdrawals I see are going to be very essential to the success of SafeX, the marketplace. Good question. Yeah, so we already have a build for the wallet to work on Android, and for iOS, it's just we have to research a lot more and understand how that works. The one-click miner, good question. We have some software built for that, and just got to wrap that up, and we could release something soon. So yeah, Tom Walls is actually selling rare books. He has thousands of different rare books, and obviously through Liberland, Tom and I are pretty good friends, and we're familiar with each other. So when I showed him SafeX, he was amazed how it works, and he's super interested in its future. So yeah, easily Liberland could put its merch store, and we could promote SafeX to the Liberland community. And no, Igor is in Serbia, and I don't foresee he's coming to Miami to live, but to visit, hopefully. It's not so easy, as you know. Serbians need a visa to come to the United States. Legendary movie scenes. That's so funny. I don't think that there will be an adoption barrier, but I don't believe so, because you could always crypto is so easy. At the bottom line, what is crypto? It's a private key, a application, and that's about it. As long as the developers build things for the people that empowers them rather than makes them, takes away the software from them. People don't need to learn how to use software, but they need to at least, like you know how to keep your social security number safe, right? Or your personal tax ID safe, or whatever is private, like your birth certificate or something. Practically everybody still has their birth certificate, and they know how to keep it safe. Then people just need a software and these fundamentals. I mean, I don't. Using crypto is easier than using a bank. So I don't think that there's an adoption barrier. Absolutely not. Hey Mate, there's no date. Hey Eddie, I think in the next 2-3 months max, you're gonna see a huge inventory of items to buy. In V2, you will have the merchant tab, and there's like a bunch of bugs in V1, like visualization bugs that are fixed in the version 2. So yeah, being able to sell. So Real Zaza, we have a smart contract for the wrapped SafeX cash, and that one will work on BEP20. That'll work on ERC20. It'll basically work on anywhere where we can spark up the anywhere where we could spark up the smart contract, and then from there we could use like P tokens or whatever, and then we could be listed on all the exchanges. Yeah, there you go. Here's your answer. One Ryzen 9 rig will mine roughly 100 SFX per day. Yeah, and it just depends on what other people are mining. Renting a mining rig, I thought about it, Curse, a while ago. It's just a lot of work on my side. There's a lot of other things I could be doing with my time, and I'm doing it. And I think that a mining rig is not that expensive, and it's better. Like, if I buy a mining rig, I'd rather use it myself than rent it to somebody. You see what I mean? So it's better if either somebody else made that service and offered it to people, and even better is if you just buy some mining rigs and mine for yourself. Hey, rent a plan. When you buy something, um, you assume like if I bought something from the SafeX marketplace and I'm also interested in SFX price appreciation, the moment I would buy something, I'd go rebuy the SFX. So I think no one should worry about sharing capital gain of the future, right? And then our fees are the platform side fees are lower than the rest of the world, so that's where products could be cheaper. But on top of that, being accessible through crypto worldwide, I guess products don't necessarily have to be cheaper, right? The fact that they're more accessible and stuff like that. Hey Henry, number one thing, buy a mining rig or set up the mining on any of your computers and tell people to start mining. I think that's one of the coolest ways to get involved in SafeX. The other way is, posting on social media, learn everything you can about. We made a new blog section. I'll post a link, and becoming a very informed, citizen is probably one of the, on top of mining, one of the coolest ways to you'll learn the advantages of SafeX over a lot of the other networks. Other networks they're pretty much fairly entertaining right now, but things big questions like privacy and buying things that you could take home to you. That's very important. Yeah, Eddie, I mentioned this earlier. Robin, search filter is one of the tasks on there. So far, I fixed a whole bunch of bugs, and then it's feature development is ahead of us for the V2. Wrapped SFX, as I said before, we already finished the smart contract. I think with V2, we'll launch the Wrapped SFX, and then that'll be a good time to launch it. Yeah, Eddie, actually, my 60 plus, I had nearly like 80 mining rigs. They actually went down for the first time in 8 months. I haven't touched them or looked at them besides on the camera for 8 months, and it's just internet outage. Just need to get somebody over there to flick the switch back on, and we'll be back up and running. But basically, you're right. You get a mining rig. We've spelled it out how to get it, and that's that. So Ruben, affiliate for products and stuff like that, that's like a second layer thing. But we're not like other coins. We didn't just manifest, all the coins and then we could just give them away like they came from nowhere. You see what I mean? Like every coin that I have, I had to buy it or mine it. And the same like everybody else. So it's not so easy to just like say, hey, here's some coins and now go promote it. It's absurd. I can't believe that crypto got to this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's hard to get the people to come on board. They need to be idealists, I guess. I don't know, or they need to see the future. But I think a platform like SafeX can sustain growth and be valuable to people for a longer period of time than anything else that's out there. Hey, Kurs, so the stable coin for SafeX, the SafeX DAI, was a project that John McAfee approached me about in September. And the fact that he, shortly later, went to jail for other reasons and stuff, kind of just, I was just waiting for things to blow over for him. And now he's dead. So, he was the guy who inspired the idea for a SafeX DAI, a SafeX stablecoin. And, hopefully we could pick that up again in the future. But without his support, it's not so easy to, if he was there, he'd be getting funding to get SafeX DAI going forward. So, that's really tough. Whatever. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Henry, to build the SafeX marketplace. So all the way back in 2014, when I got into Bitcoin, I realized, so Bitcoin itself has code for an e-commerce platform that was canceled. Satoshi Nakamoto himself had the idea for e-commerce platform built into Bitcoin, and all that code is still inside the Bitcoin code base. It's just commented out. It's kind of deleted. But the point is that I knew that a real world use case would be for buying goods and services. And unlike Silk Road, I believed at that time, because I never used Silk Road, I never even heard of Silk Road until it was shut down. But the point is that I thought, I want to sell products that, ladies would like, that you could tell your wife about, that, selling handbags or makeup and stuff like that. I thought that was one of the coolest ways to make cryptocurrency a cool place to be. You see what I mean? So, yeah, I still hold that truth. And lo and behold, 7 years later, I was selling handbags, to the world and delivering them across the planet. So, yeah, mission accomplished. This is like the funnest thing ever. So thank everybody who's been here supporting this and supporting me, and thank God for everything, how far we've come. Hey Stuart, yeah. So good question. We have a open position for a CMO. Reached out to a few people out there so far around that CMO idea. But that's the thing. It's like crypto is such a brand new business. A lot of the things that I hear from people is they say, I don't have the skills to bring to this crypto thing. So it's like, there's ideals, there's technology, and then there's, formulating a message to the world. It's a really hard job. And it's like, we don't have infinite money to just, and even if I don't think it's a problem of money, it's just a problem of finding the right person who wants to do this and do it really with their heart, and that's the big issue, right? So my 80 rigs is around 1 mega hash. So it's, varies between, 5% and 10%, 7 to 4 to 10 to 11% of the network is my rigs. Hey, Kurt, so there currently all sales are final on TWM, but of course, from those 10 shipments, the 10 shipments that didn't go through, anybody who, I offered a refund to anybody who didn't get their stuff properly, unfortunately. So refund policies are up to the individual sellers. And if you want to keep a good reputation, you're going to obviously give refunds. But at the moment, the platform does not have any kind of, you sign off any possibility of a refund. Hey Eddie, so that's the thing. So yeah, Igor is a fabulous developer. He's been a wonderful contributor to the project, and but he's C++ side. A lot of crypto projects out there, but that's not really true. Software development has always been difficult to hire for, but not really for me because I'm focused on projects that have heart. So over the years, it's not been that difficult to, I'm also not afraid to reach out to people. So we're still alive. Yeah, I'm not afraid to reach out to people face to face and kind of get the word out and kind of inspire people to develop stuff with me. So, it's even when 2018 was the most competitive year for crypto development, so far, and we managed to hire 30 people in a short period of time. So just lead with the project, lead with specifications, be prepared for knowing what those people should be doing once they show up. That's what it's all about. Hey, Kurt. So, we don't need all the 3 million to deliver what we're looking for. We've already gotten some commitments. We've gotten some people already involved in the funding, and let's see. I'm mostly looking forward to landing some big names. So we have some pretty advanced talks with some big names for funding. And if anybody out there, if you're an accredited investor, please reach out. This is the ground floor on something great, and you could really make a difference in building something amazing with us. So Please, this is the first opportunity you could actually give me some money and hold me accountable. You see what I mean? Everything before this is open source. If you bought the token, that's on you. If you mine the coins, that's on you. And everything I built came from my own desire to see the success. So if you finally want to, I opened the door, and now you could finally contribute directly to the endeavor, directly to me, hold it against me, hold it with me, more so, and watch me deliver for you. So, hey, Entermax, when will SafeX be totally complete? So in my eyes, the blockchain is what mattered the most. The fact that we have a decentralized protocol, and it's open source and it's out there, anyone can use it. That's mission accomplished. That's the baseline mission accomplishment. Now, usability, getting the word out, these are the next layer of activities that we must do in order for SafeX to be a huge success. So in terms of complete, we're there. In terms of fully usable, fully marketable, that's what we're tackling now. Hey, V2 does not have much design changes. Yeah, we're not going for the average customer. I mean, we don't even have more than 1,000 people who use SafeX Cash. So, to the 100,000th user, I mean, focusing on design, I mean, there are people who have released a Windows 95 template version who have reached $1 billion in market capitalization. If we spend all our time focusing on design, we're not even going to get out of the dock. We'll never get into the ocean. You know what I mean? So it's like high time that we just deliver things that are working and talk about it. You know what I mean? And working well. So with the bugs in the V1 out of the way, we can just keep the same design. I don't see why we should, delay any further for design. Like V1 was delayed because of design. It went from pandas to wolves. So I just really want to get this down the road, get this in more people's hands, and increase our resource, increase our reach, and get things really moving. iOS, mobile wallet, etc., etc. Like that's why I said I don't mind getting an Android wallet out as soon as possible. Because what do people do these days? They download they want to see this thing on their phone. So the moment you can see this on your phone, you're going to be good. So shopping cart is not ready yet. Sorry. Shopping cart won't be ready just now, but I'm pointing because it's on the board. Because the shopping cart is a feature that we can have, but no, you're talking, Ruben. You're discussing features, and I mean we could throw up those features, but I'm still the developer on the V2 at the moment, so and I'm wearing many hats, so I gotta really pick my battles. Is this thing still streaming? I thought I saw that it only lasts an hour. No, it looks like I got another hour according to this thing. Hey, Enermax. So the SafeX Cash, we have a wrapped SafeX Cash contract in the works. Like it's already finished. We just need to deploy it. And as I stated earlier, when V2 TWM wallet comes out, then we will launch the wrapped SafeX Cash. So, and only look for the official launchings because it's a lot of people out there are using our name and trying to rob people. So, yeah, we're dealing with that currently. So, cool. What do you guys say? Another 20 minutes, and we'll wind down. Just a sec. All right. Zach just walked in. Say hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Nice.
What's going on, people?
Yeah. Wait, yeah, it's a little bit delayed
Sorry.
on there.
Boom.
So just had a bunch of, yeah, we've been going all hour. So
Oh, there it is.
so Zach, just to introduce Zach, Zach is a very seasoned product developer. Organizing people and getting them and getting things done. So yeah, good. The sound was off momentarily.
Combining the expertise, the crypto expertise and blockchain background of this gentleman and the e-commerce specialty of Aaron into the future of e-commerce.
Exactly.
Easy.
Yeah. So far, really excellent. So just give me a minute. Gonna get a coffee, and we'll get back into the questions. All right, I'm back. So let's scroll back. Can you see the board? I'd rather not. You know, if you got something good. Uh, Balkanium just was a company to, you know, while we were in Serbia to, you know, it's a kind of like an outsourcing company, and then you know we're not in Serbia predominantly anymore, so no need to keep that company going. Yeah, so in SafeX, the coolest thing that I'm looking forward to is the mobile app, honestly. Then the interface for the huge seller, and the new team that is emerging. Those are the things that I'm the most excited about. Yeah, I'm enjoying the AMA right now. I think that you know we don't do too much outreach. I'm live on Twitter all the time, but other than that, you know, um, we have our chat room, but you know, I'm always hunkered down working on stuff and working really hard at it. So I think I think it's a great way to reach out to everybody and talk about stuff. Hey, Kurtz. Yeah, I was thinking about a little tour. It's kind of not too easy because I'm strapped in. We don't. Hey, sorry about that. I guess you could see this. We're in this conference room. There's Zach in the conference room. I'm not pointing down. You know, there's a glare on the board, so you can't really see anything. And you know, there's a conference table. You know, and here's our seating arrangements.
A red stapler.
The yeah, I believe that's your stapler, Zach. And here's where the kind of like a management where we build out our specs and stuff. So and then a little cafe kind of thingy. And then this is where the developers will be at in this room. So that's for the SafeX market, right? Mainly developer centric office. We're fully focused on software development side of things over here. Yeah, the mobile app, the and the onboarding of merchants. Yep, you could see Ivana's Twitter. Ivana is fully on board, working full time all the time. So Enermax, the whole point was, will governments be upset about anonymous messages? I mean, let's be real here. Um, the internet used to be in plain text, and then all of us, all the normal citizens, would be hacked by foreigners and by foreign adversaries and hackers, and then they realized, look, we can't just we can't let this happen to our citizens, so we have to encrypt everything. You see what I mean? So all governments would be upset before they understand things, but once you understand things, you realize you have to do it this way. You see what I mean? And it's like, how do you deal with that? I mean, there's nothing illegal about encrypting your messages, so it's like, it's a moot point. I mean, the idea that governments, being afraid of your government for doing something lawful is the most absurd thing I could ever hear coming from anybody. You know, so it just means that we're doing something very right. Yeah, the messages are saved in the TWM file. Hey, Grunt Cookies, I'm always going to pull things off. The more money we raise, the merrier we'll be. And that's a fact. So the round isn't closed yet. We didn't reach the 3 mil mark. So if you know anybody, if you are an accredited investor, go to safex.market/interest and fill out the form, and I'll get in contact with you and onboard you as an investor into the SafeX market company. I mean, imagine investing in Amazon on day one. You know, all this infrastructure is built, it's proven. I don't really need to tell you more about me to show you that we're qualified and credible to pull this off. The mining farm is like 1,000 miles from my office. Hey, Galacone, I think that website is super awesome. Like, yeah, I think if you should publish your code if you can also, you know, to the open source, and I think you should write a blog post about how you used it. I think that would be incredible. I think investing your time into showing how you used the SafeX blockchain to show products that were sold from it and how you hosted it to Heroku, I think that that's incredible, and I applaud you for having done that. So, you know, by all means. All right, I think we're coming up on an hour, 20 minutes. I think we're gonna yes, fully C++. I mean, people can't do everything, you know. So I think we're gonna close off. Yeah, Kurt. So Hugato shipped me all the paintings. So he has a studio out there. I was happy to support his studio, and he sent me a bunch of these paintings. They are amazing, and I'm happy to have them. Yeah. No, I'm not. I am not selling them, but I'm happy to show them off. I think we're gonna close the stream. We've been here an hour, 20 minutes. Grunt Cookies, just stick to the Ryzen 9s. They're the most efficient. Yeah. Any more questions? Post it to Twitter. I mean, that was awesome. We had like 60 replies on that Ask Me Anything tweet. Yeah, of course, follow Zach on the Tech Rabbi. Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone who's been here. It's been amazing. Yeah, I'm, you know, I wake up feeling successful. I go to sleep feeling successful. You know, we really pulled something off. You can never shut this down. You know, we did it. You know, like we all did it. I mean, so next steps, onward and upward. Cheers. Say bye, Zach.
Peace, everybody.
Okay.